Let's move on now to something which is not just gaming but beyond that. Now remember, we've spent the first half of the program today talking about games, but enough emphasis perhaps is not being laid on how the Indian gaming industry is really flourishing. Not very long ago on the program on TBC, we had got how culture is intersecting with gaming and how history is intersecting with gaming. Remember, enough of India or Indians playing Navy SEALs, but this time there are lots of games about Tipu Sultan, about the history of India as well. Now there's a latest app and latest Indian gaming app in the market. It is much like Farmville, but here you get to create your own temple, which I found really exciting. So take a look at how this app really works, then we'll speak to the founders.
The intersection of gaming and spirituality, a phenomena that is taking the gaming world by a storm. Now imagine stepping into a world where you can embark on a virtual pilgrimage right from the comfort of your own home. One such game that's capturing the hearts of millions is the Shri Ram Mandir Game by FunStop Gaming Studio. A game just like the famous Temple Run, except with a spiritual twist and a great learning experience.
जो भी भक्त जा रहे हैं उनसे ईंटें मिल रही है आपको और फिर आप उससे पूरा गेम मंदिर भी बिल्ड कर रहे हो, तो उसमें फील आता है कि हाँ आप राम मंदिर गए नहीं हो लेकिन आप राम मंदिर को बिल्ड कर रहे हो, तो वो भी ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ मेरा भी उसमें थोड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है.
What sets this game apart is its attention to detail. From performing Aarti to managing the construction of the temple, every aspect is meticulously designed to immerse players in the traditional and cultural experience. The game also features devotional hymns in the backdrop, adding to the spiritual ambience. With over 5 million downloads in just 2 months, the Shri Ram Mandir game is proving to be a runway hit among Indian gamers. And it's not the only one. Other games like Ram Mandir Darshan game are also seeing a surge in popularity, reflecting a growing trend of spiritual themed gaming. The gaming world is taking a spiritual turn, and the possibilities are endless.
All right then, so let's bring in the founders. Now joining us from our Delhi studios now is Prashanth Vijay Tamesh Sharma. Hi Prashanth, hi Tamesh, welcome to TBC. Not surprised that Indian gaming and India-rooted gaming is really picking up. So first, Prashanth, take us through what really got you guys thinking about this concept.
Sure. We have been creating games for a while, almost 3 years now. What we do is we focus on trends and look at data. More interestingly, what are the recent trends that are coming up? This was during the month of November and December when we are looking for Indian specific games, right? Because of the fact that a lot of audience in India have not had exposure to really high quality games, something that they really understand. And that's when we looked into data and realized, hey, there's a need for a temple based application or a gaming application that we can actually take and, as you said, rightly said, through a Farmville kind of a mechanics. The idea was to sort of create a game, right, that can cut across the age groups, right from a 6 years to a 64-year-old, because one, they understand, everybody knows how a temple looks like, everybody knows the feeling to it. So we built this based on nostalgia and the memories of, you know, visiting a temple, and how do you actually create the complete structure around that.
Sure. Yeah. But Tamesh, you talked about from very young people to older ones as well, but take us through, you've got some incredible downloads as well. But in your data analysis, what kind of people and what age group is really playing this game?
Yeah, so like I spend the bunch of time into gaming, like almost a decade now, right? So the idea, like we as a company, our thesis was like how we can creatively find a way to teach our culture through gaming, right? And like simulation games are really popular globally. Everyone talks about the first person shooter or maybe the puzzle, but simulation like the one that that category that resonates well, with the reality of the game, right? So we decided to go on with the Shri Ram Mandir game with simulation kind of category, because puzzle usually very complicated, nobody can understand. So our idea and our thesis was that like anybody who is like playing this game from 6-year-old to 60-year-old can easily understand this game, right, without any tutorial. So if you give this game to anyone else, like other than maybe the Indian, they maybe need some tutorial.
Yeah.
But if any Indian that is playing this
Yeah.
game, they definitely don't need to see any tutorial. They connected pretty well with this game. They can easily like understand every task, whatever we are doing in the game.
Yeah, yeah. Prashanth, when we talk about gaming and, I am a mom now, and I think very hard about gaming, and the thing that really comes to mind is this whole idea of addiction.
Right.
And I make it a point to ask all the game developers who come on how are you guys dealing with that. In fact, just, this morning there was a tweet that came to our attention. One of the viewers only wrote to us talking about how they had, the child had to be put into a gaming de-addiction center. And they talked about how young kids are really going on, their words, ruining their careers, health, professional relationships, all because of gaming. Is that a conversation in the ecosystem? Are you guys addressing it? And if yes, how?
Sure. Games, the way they are built, actually they are built to have the addiction angle into it. The reason why is because that helps you for better monetization and drives your revenue up. And this has become a serious conversation, right? Unfortunately, this is at crossroads between business and obviously your moral conscience, right? What we have done in our game is that we have introduced a concept which we call as circuit breakers, right? What these are essentially, if you play the game for a specific amount of time, the way the game economy is designed, you will not be able to progress through the game, let's say after playing 30-45 minutes, because you almost have exhausted all the, in this case, flaws that you have, and you cannot move forward in the game unless you wait for 24 hours more. As a consequence, this introduces almost like a stopgap that ensures that users are not playing beyond, because you take examples of first person shooter games, right? The most popular ones in India. People play that for an average of 2 to 3 hours. Weekends it even goes higher. We realize that kids can get really addicted to this. And as you asked the question, the demographics of us, we go from 6 to 64. And a lot of kids love this game. But we wanted to make sure that this doesn't cross over to the addiction point. As a consequence, we introduce these concepts of, you play beyond 30-45 minutes, the progression into the game becomes really, really hard. And you actually need to wait for 24 hours before you unlock more, game economy, in this case, flaws to move forward in the game.
Right, right.
that, we
That's
are
interesting
also
to know that
getting-
this is happening. It's interesting to know that this is happening, but a 6-year-old playing this game non-stop is a troubling thought for all mothers, I feel. So this is just, I want to leave you guys with that note that please, as you, go forward, as the gaming industry develops, we must not take our eyes off the impact it will have on our younger generation as well. Thank you both and good luck with all that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.